She thought losing you was nothing because she didn't feel the loss at first. But the detachment doesn't hurt immediately. It waits, and when it hits, it rewrites everything she thought she knew about you. It's late, quiet in that way that makes your thoughts louder than they should be. And maybe this is you staring at the ceiling, phone face down, replaying moments you pretend don't matter anymore. She walked away like it was nothing. No drama, no long goodbye, almost casual. And that's the part that still messes with you, isn't it? Because if losing you was nothing, what does that say about you? You don't say it out loud. You joke. You stay busy. You tell yourself you're fine. But then something small hits you. A song you didn't expect. An empty chair. The way your hand still reaches for your phone at night before you stop yourself. If this is you, the not texting, the swallowing words you never sent, the calm you're forcing because reacting would mean admitting it mattered. Maybe this hits closer than you expected. Because detachment doesn't feel powerful at first. It feels quiet, unnoticed, like you disappeared without leaving a mark. But what if that silence is doing more than you think? What if the moment you stopped trying was the moment the truth about you started forming in her mind? So ask yourself this, when she finally feels the absence she ignored, what version of you is she going to realize she lost? Let me say this the way an older brother would. No drama, no edge in my voice. Most men get this wrong. They think the moment she doesn't react, doesn't chase, doesn't seem bothered, that means they meant nothing. That's not how it works. Real loss doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it shows up later, on a random Tuesday, when the house is too quiet, when the person next to her doesn't listen the way you did, when a small problem feels bigger than it should. I've seen it, and if you're honest, you felt it too. You misunderstood detachment. You thought it was a move, a tactic, something you do to someone. It's not. Detachment is what happens when a man finally stops bending himself out of shape to be chosen. When he stops explaining, stops fixing what isn't his to fix. Here's the part most men don't like hearing. Your value isn't proven by how hard you hold on. It's revealed by how well you can walk away without bitterness. Not cold, not angry, just solid. And when life eventually shows her the difference between attention and presence, between noise and stability. The question isn't if she'll remember you. It's this: will she realize who you were when it's already too late to reach you? The room is quiet, but not peaceful. That kind of quiet where you can hear the hum of the fan, your own breathing, the click when the AC shuts off and suddenly it's just you. You remember the last time you saw her, how normal it felt. Too normal. No fight, no scene. Just her grabbing her keys, pausing for half a second, like she might say something, then not. You told yourself it didn't matter, that if it was nothing to her, it should be nothing to you. But nights have a way of bringing things back wrong. A laugh she used to make when she was tired. The way she'd say your name when she wanted reassurance but didn't want to ask for it. You detach, not dramatically. You just stop. Stop explaining. Stop checking your phone every few minutes. Stop hoping today is the day she realizes. And somewhere else in a different room she feels something shift. Not pain. Not yet. Just a strange absence, like a chair pulled out without noise. Days pass. Life happens. And then a moment she expects you to be there. And you aren't. That's when it lands. Not loud. Not all at once. Just a quiet understanding settling in her chest. That losing you wasn't nothing. It just took time for the silence to say it. Most men don't realize it, but a few quiet beliefs are working against them the whole time. One of them is this: if she didn't react, I never mattered. I believed that too. Staring at a phone that didn't light up, convincing myself silence meant indifference. But silence isn't proof. It's delay. She didn't ghost you. You disappeared from yourself. Another belief sneaks in right after. I need to show her what she lost. So you over-explain, over-give. You replay conversations in your head, thinking one more message might fix the story. But here's the part no one teaches you. You don't prove value by staying loud. You don't lose her. You lose your own presence. Then there's the last belief. The most dangerous one. If I detach, I'm being cold. No, detachment isn't punishment. It's self-respect catching its breath. It looks like you making coffee in the morning without checking your phone. Like walking past places you used to wait for her. Like choosing peace over performance. Attention is cheap. Respect is priceless. This isn't about winning her back. It never was. It's about waking up slowly and realizing the moment you stopped chasing understanding was the moment you finally started standing in it. The 1% headman sees something most men miss. This is what he understands. Loss isn't always loud. Sometimes it's delayed. Sometimes it needs space to reveal itself. While other men panic in the quiet, he settles into it. He doesn't rush to be understood. He doesn't fill silence just to feel relevant. This is how he leads with presence, not pressure. He wakes up, makes his coffee, stands by the window for a second longer than necessary, lets his thoughts pass without chasing them. He answers texts when he's clear, not when he's anxious. When she didn't react, he didn't assume he was small. He assumed time would do what noise never could. Most men try to prove their worth in moments of doubt. He protects his steadiness instead. He understands that chasing clarity creates confusion, that explaining yourself too much erodes the very thing you're trying to show. When the urge hits to check, to send, to remind her he exists, he pauses, breathes, chooses strength over relief, not because he's cold, because he's centered. The 1% headman knows this truth deep down. The moment you stop performing for approval, your presence becomes unforgettable. And if she ever realizes who you really were, it won't be because you convinced her. It'll be because you didn't have to. It doesn't happen in a dramatic moment, no speech, no slammed door. It's quieter than that. You're standing in the kitchen, light too bright for the hour, coffee going cold because you forgot to drink it. Your phone is on the counter, face down, not because you're trying to be strong, just because you're tired. A memory flickers. You explaining yourself for the third time, her nodding, half there. You shrinking your tone so it wouldn't turn into a problem. Something in your chest tightens, then loosens, and you realize you've been folding yourself smaller for someone who never asked you to stand tall. The thought comes softly, almost apologetic. I don't want to do this anymore. You don't feel angry. That's the strange part. No heat, no rush, just clarity. Like finally setting down a weight you forgot you were carrying. You remember who you were before the overthinking, before checking how every word might land, before measuring your worth by her response time. The phone stays where it is, and this time it's not discipline, it's peace. A whisper moves through you. I'm allowed to stop. Then the truth drops, heavy and final. You didn't lose her. You found yourself again. And whatever she feels later won't change the fact that this moment, right here, is where you stopped abandoning yourself. She thought losing you was nothing, because nothing happened right away. No explosion, no regret on day one. Just quiet. But silence is weight. It settles into empty rooms, into moments where someone should have been there and wasn't. You didn't punish. You didn't perform. You stopped bending, stopped shrinking, stopped explaining your worth to someone who couldn't hear it yet. Detachment didn't make you disappear. It let the truth surface on its own time. And one day, maybe when it's inconvenient, maybe when it's too late, she'll feel what you were. Because the strongest presence isn't loud. It's the one that remains felt long after it's gone.